All right, we got the 1109 spoilers, and this chapter is absolutely bonkers crazy. I'm sure you guys have been hearing all the hype about it. We've been waiting for it, and we have it now. And it's mainly because of what's happening at the end of this chapter. And what's happening is the freaking Gorosei are showing up to Egghead. All 5 of the Gorosei are at Egghead now, and they are facing off against Luffy. I know, wild stuff, and we will get into it. But of course, we have to go over all the other spoilers coming out of this chapter first. So first of all, there's like this new mini story starting, you know, on the cover pages of the chapter, and we're going back to Wano, where we see Onigashima sinking into the sea like the Titanic. So Onigashima, we all know what it is, Kaido's base of operations, but now it's sinking after the battle with him had been over, because, you know, it was floating for, you know, the latter portion of that arc, and then after he was defeated, it fell. So I guess we're gonna go into something with that. The chapter begins with Vegapunk's pre-recorded message to the world. Vegapunk tells people they have a few minutes to prepare their Dendenmushi video to view the message. All right, we're getting into this big revelation here, because in the previous chapter we saw that Kizaru was able to sneak in one last sword stab to the back of Vegapunk, which is, you know, very poetic, stabbing him in the back. That stab actually did finally kill Vegapunk, but after he died, suddenly like the monitors in his lab started going off, and we saw Vegapunk appear on the screen. He was like, hello? Check, is this on? And he was like, hello out there. Come in, world. I am Dr. Vegapunk, a humble genius scientist. While many of you will likely be shocked by what I have to say in this message, I assure you that it is the truth of this world. So yeah, Vegapunk had some kind of contingency. I guess when he died, it would trigger some kind of algorithmic upload or something to do with Punk Records, because his brain is stored in there, where he has like this AI consciousness now, possibly. Not really sure. It might be a pre-recorded message, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he winds up being like Artem Zola from the MCU, you know, that guy. So now he's instructing everybody to turn on their Dendenmushi videos to see the message, and we see people from all over the world preparing to see this message, among them Morgans, Vivi, and Wapol. Morgan's obviously super important because, you know, he's the world news guy, so he of all people needs to see this the most so he can report it to anybody who doesn't have a Dendenmushi video. Now, as for what he's saying, unfortunately, we are not finding out in these spoilers. Does that mean that we're not going to find out in this chapter? Not really sure. But knowing Oda, I really wouldn't be surprised if we don't find out immediately, and then we're gonna have to wait like another year or two to find out what he says, and we just see people reacting to it. But the Gorosei wonder where the message is being broadcasted from. So this is like the first glimpse of the Gorosei in this chapter. They're wondering what's going on, and like I said, the end result is them being at Egghead at the end. So we'll get into that. But at Egghead, Kizaru attacks Luffy in multiple ways, but Luffy dodges them. Luffy wonders why Saturn doesn't take damage from his attacks. And then he crushes Saturn and Kizaru like pancakes and throws them away. Okay, Luffy still in power creep mode here, just destroying Kizaru and Saturn. So at the end of the previous chapter, after Kizaru had stabbed Vegapunk, Luffy came in giant mode and grabbed Kizaru like a toy, and then just smushed Saturn in the face like he was playing basketball. And he was like, you guys aren't going anywhere. So I guess Kizaru is getting out of this at some point, and he's attacking Luffy. But Luffy just dodges it, and then he turns them to pancakes and throws them away. So if you're wondering, how's he doing that? Well, of course, with his awakened Zoan powers. Like, Luffy is not just rubber himself now. He can also make other things rubber, including freaking people. We saw he did it to Kaido. And he's turning them into pancakes via this rubber ability and then throwing them away, which is just a hilarious visual. But first, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Extra Wallet. So if you've been following my channel for some time now, you'll know that I love the Extra Wallet. I've been using it for almost 4 years now. In fact, Extra is one of the first sponsors that we've had on the channel. And the main reason I love Extra Wallet is because it's super slim and it has quick card access. That's right, it has a trigger mechanism that pops up your card. Like I said, I've been using this for almost almost 4 years now, and it still never gets old. Recently, I just got the Parliament wallet, which has premium leather, extra pocket for cash or cards, holds up to 12 cards, blocks RFID, which is wireless theft, and comes in 6 colors. You can also get a tracker card for it, which always lets you know the location of where it is. It also has a ringing feature and has a 3-hour solar charge that lasts for 2 full months. So guys, you can get your own extra wallet by checking the link in my description. And it's also a great time right now because Extra is currently running their anniversary sale where you can get up to 20% off. And also guys, make sure you use code ZONIN1 for an extra 5% off. So together that's up to 25% off. Thanks guys. Saturn still takes no damage and returns to fight Luffy. All right, hyping up Saturn here. He has been played a few times in this arc, but to be honest, he's never really seems phased by anything. Like the punch from Kuma, the punch from Luffy, he just comes back. He's a freaking regenerative tank. In the end, it seems that Saturn summons the rest of the Gorosei. Next week, there is a break, so that's understandable. We're going like 3 weeks on, 1 week off with Oda, which is good. But it seems that Saturn summons the rest of the Gorosei. Now, how is he doing this? I assume with his Devil Fruit abilities, because when he originally appeared on Egghead, there was like this demonic sigil that appeared, right? The circle with the 5s in it, and then he like came through it. So I guess that means that he can do this for others. And it's like, what is going on with his Devil Fruit? And I know I've talked about this before about how Oda made the mythical Zoans the most broken because he just wants to give them all multiple abilities. And it seems like this is the case. Like Saturn has regeneration, he has eye blast powers, he also has some kind of ability that can paralyze you, I guess. And now he has like demonic fire teleportation portals. Like this fruit is absolutely wild, and I guess he is summoning the Gorosei here from Mare Joie because, you know, we saw before they were wondering where the message is being broadcast. If they are here, I mean, it says it seems that Saturn summons the rest of the Gorosei. I don't know, not directly saying that they are there, but I'm pretty sure that they are here. And if they are, then something has to happen because I highly doubt that Luffy can defeat all Gorosei members by himself. Saturn by himself is a handful. Like Luffy needs all of his attention to take him on, and Kizaru as well, but 5 Gorosei members, 4 more that are probably stronger than Saturn. Because if Saturn's Devil Fruit is this crazy busted, then that for sure means that all the other Gorosei members' fruits are busted as well, right? I mean, maybe if all of the Straw Hats team up, they can probably defeat the Gorosei right now. Of course, mainly with the help of Luffy and Zoro, but it's obviously not going to happen. It's way too soon for that to happen. So this might be where Dory and Bragi come in and then take Luffy, and then they just all skedaddle out of there. Or the Gorosei don't even care about Luffy and they just go and destroy the laboratory that's broadcasting that message. So maybe that's the whole twist. Maybe Vegapunk is only able to say a few big details about the truth of the world, and then the Gorosei destroy his laboratory and then cut off the transmission before he can say anything else. But that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments, and if you liked it, please give it a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.